So I have so many burning questions because this is one of my favorite reality shows I have seen in I don't even know how long. So,
Awesome.
first, congratulations on your marriage that we got to see in the final episode.
Thank
And I
you.
have to ask, are we happily married still in this moment? Are things going well?
Yeah, we are very happily married
Oh, yeah.
and pregnant. I'm 35 weeks. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Surprise.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you both.
We're
We are
extremely happy.
thrilled.
At the beginning, obviously, Colby, you issued the ultimatum.
Right.
Uh, what made you willing to sign up for the show and really put it all on the line? Because there was a chance that it couldn't work out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really, I never jumped ship or anything. I'm still riding the same train I was on when I first met her. So for me, it just kind of expedited things and just kind of threw me into a different gear. I was ready to propose before the show, but I wanted to make sure everything was aligned and ready for us to start the next step. And by the time the show came around, we were already there. So I was ready for it.
I think he's a very confident person. I don't think he really ever processed the thought of like it not working out for him.
I was committed to the commitment. That's all it was.
Well, Madlyn, so you were obviously more hesitant going into this process. And I wanted to know, watching sort of your confessionals in the beginning, it seemed you had a lot of hesitation and said a lot of things about Colby and your relationship. What was it like kind of watching that back?
I look like such a jerk because like it shows my grievances, but not my appreciation, which I mean, but in hindsight, it's like, well, maybe I don't express those things enough. And seeing how like Colby just speaks about me with like adoration, it was like, damn, like that's cool. Like that's not corny to talk about somebody like that. Like that makes me feel so good. So I want to give that back to him. And I wish I wish maybe I would have done that a little bit more, for sure.
Colby, how did it feel watching those moments back?
Smokes. It was something all right. I don't think it's just going to be entertaining for them. It was entertaining for me as well. I was shocked by some of the stuff that happened, but at the same time, very transparent during most of the show. So I think just the visual effect is what got me, but I already knew it already happened. So all in all, entertaining, just for me alone as well.
So once we started the dating process of trying to find who would be your interim partner, there was an interesting moment between Colby, you, and Alexis. And I wanted to know if was there something that we didn't see?
I was doing my best to actually protect her, to be honest, and of the initial "I don't find you attractive" line. I pulled her aside. What y'all saw, which I'm so happy they showed, was the group setting of us all having fun at the cocktail hour and pulling her aside and sitting down and saying, "Hey, I don't really see anything here. Like, it's time for you to, or time for me to start showing my attention somewhere else where I think it's well, more appreciated, I guess, so to speak." And when I sat down and looked her in the eyes, I didn't know how else to really go about it other than just simply I had to run her off some way because she wasn't really grasping what I was trying to tell her. And it just kind of just rolled off my tongue, and that was it. It was like, all right, time to walk away. I hope she got it.
I think what's not seen is like the vulnerability that is felt, and for her coming in, giving an ultimatum, feeling like she's not getting what she needs from her partner,
For sure.
and then feeling like I think that's where like it just took to such a defensive. Where I know Colby didn't mean to be like, but
that's just not me. I would never do that to a girl and make a girl feel less of herself or not like she was pretty enough, whatever.
it's just a very high intensity situation.
Exactly.
That I think led to that.
We had 1 week to decide who we're going to stay with for the next 3 weeks and then decide if we're going to be married to that person or to the original partner. I was like, I'm not trying to waste time here.
It's not happening.
Time is way too valuable at this point to explain myself further. It's time to, break ties and go the different direction.
My favorite episode was the choice because there was so much drama. And I think I need to start by asking about Nate's proposal because, oh my goodness, that was a lot to take in. So Madlyn, moments before he proposed, he looked across the table at you and said he was going to pick you after you had already chosen someone else. What was going through your head in that moment?
Well, I was kind of like, I mean, you see my thoughts right on my face, which I didn't really realize that before seeing myself on television. It really was like, what the hell? Why? Like, I've made my intentions clear, and I don't know. It really didn't make sense to me. So to then see a proposal like 10 minutes after that, it just continued to like, what is this guy thinking? Is he thinking? Is he just trying to get out of this? It was a lot for sure.
Did you think that Nate was being genuine in hindsight?
Oh man. So I already had made my choice, which was Lauren, the person he came into this experience with. And I think that kind of made him a little unsettled in that position that he was in. Because obviously me and Lauren had a good connection, and I think Lauren might have spoken to him about maybe how we are together, and it had him flustered. And I think in that moment he was just kind of like, oh God, what do I do?
I need to get my girl out of here.
Yeah, kind of save his girl kind of move. And in all honesty, I mean, if I knew my girl was about to go with a guy that I could potentially lose her to, I might have done the same thing. Acted kind of, is it irrational?
No, I think impulsively.
Impulsively on the situation. But yeah, I mean, once he said something, or once he did it and everything, we all kind of got settled back down. He was like, I mean, I feel like he got my point across. I mean, I feel like I got my point across of like, dude, you pretty much just stripped my experience out of this whole experience. I mean, I got robbed of my situation, and it's because of what you just did. And he was wanting my attention, so I scooted my chair back, and I made it very clear that my opportunity is now having to be completely reevaluated on which direction I want to go now, after we just spent a whole week trying to connect with someone to a deep level, in a level of which may end up in marriage. And that was completely wiped clean. So
Yeah.
very frustrating, very, 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 very frustrating. We were put through, oh man, it's very stressful. That whole first week was the most stressful out of all of it by far. And then just to have to be reset was just so frustrating.
There were some bumpy roads, especially Madlyn. Some of your friends really expressed not being super fond of Colby in that moment.
Yeah.
Have we worked things out with the friends now? And what was their reaction to you getting married on the spot?
Totally. I mean, and even me with my friends, it was like, you know, you're not in this situation. I've been sleeping next to and kissing another guy. Like all I'm lacking from Colby is the transparency and the owning up. You know, I'm not trying to like stone him, which kind of seemed like what we were doing. But no, I mean, my friends know me. They know I make very good and strong decisions for myself. So me coming around to it and choosing Colby, they're totally behind me 100%. But yeah, they've got my back, that's for sure.